Peter,
Yeah.
I want to pick up on something that you said there as a bit of a segue into your soon-to-be released book, because you were saying how the chap that was running the place really hoped you could answer the questions that he had about what was going on for the young people. And you've got this book coming out with a rather intriguing title to it, "The Adolescent and the Psychotherapist: Why I Don't Know Matters." And I wondered if there was just anything that you could you felt able to share with us about the book, and maybe even a little bit about that title.
Yeah. Well, it's going to be published apparently in December or early next year. It's going to be published, been through
Yep.
all the business contract and all the rest of it. And well, I wanted to call it, I don't know. That's all I wanted it to be. I don't know. But the editors, Routledge, said I'm not very happy about that.
No.
Mainly because fair enough, but they put the book, what section of the bookshop or the library, and
Yeah.
I can see their point of view.
Mm.
Um, but I had a thing about I don't know. Anyway, we went balmy trying to think of a title. The Adolescent, the Psychotherapist is not a bad title, but in the end, I kept it in. Why
Mm.
I don't know matters. The book basically is a collection of papers that I've written in the past. I've written about 40 or 50 papers or chapters that have been here, there, and I've got 10 in there. And I think I'm quite pleased with what they're giving off, I think. And I think it meets the title of the therapist and the adolescent. But I don't know how I had a thing about, and the two main reasons. The first is clinical. You tell me anybody who sat down, done psychotherapy with adolescents, and they are confronted with, I don't know, I don't know.
Mm.
What do you feel? What do you feel? What do you feel? I don't know. I don't know. And I think as therapists, we become rather cross. I'm here to know, and you're saying you don't know. That's resistance, resistance.
Mm.
Whereas in fact, it's much more than that. It's much more uncertainty about what they feel anyway. They're not sure whether they should say or not say. Are they being disloyal to their parents to talk about this? I mean, there are all kinds of reasons behind I don't know. And so I
Mm.
think it matters that we respect I don't know.
Mm.
Also, the other thing is political. There's far too much certainty that's having an influence on policy. And it's my crack at
Mm.
the scientists. Now, I'm not anti-science or all the rest, wonderful things, but the science of psychotherapy, not so
Mm.
good, not so good, not so conclusive as they make it out to be, so that they
Mm.
think CBT is the treatment of choice. This is what evidence suggests. The evidence is not good. It's not good. It's
Mm.
a lie. They're
Mm.
lying about it, in my view. And so they are not saying, I don't know. If they said, I don't know, but so far this looks as if CBT can be helpful with certain patients for a certain type of plan, maybe, but they
Mm.
don't. It's either they know, and they've set up a whole kind of service delivery now, which is based
Mm.
on we know and we will do it this way.
Mm.
So I I don't know matters, and I
Mm.
the great virtue. If you and I mean, the paradox is I'm telling you what I think I know, but if we leave it and I say I know everything, then you haven't got a question to answer because I've known it all. By saying I don't know, that opens up our dialogue
Mm.
for something. And so
Mm.
I think there is a there is a virtue, a
It is a
virtue
virtue. Yeah.
not knowing. And
Yeah.
through not knowing, we discover. If you say
Mm.
you know, you're not opening your mind.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
that's what that book's all about. That's what
I,
that's.
I was hoping that you would say something along those lines. I remember John Whitwell talking about using "I don't know,"
Oh,
but as a way of opening up
yeah,
reflective thinking about
Good.
about things, and I was also thinking with teenagers that I don't know, is their way sometimes of setting some boundaries around
Exactly.
themselves. And
Well
if
done.
that and if that is possibly what they're doing, then that's something we should respect rather than get frustrated with.